So, I want to do a teardown, good sir.
I know you've been really into these dudes, and I had to hear all about it.
Oh, well, I did. I bought a pair of glasses from them, but they have not arrived yet.
That's no good because you bought those glasses like over a week ago, didn't you?
No. Well, so I sent the site to my wife, and I said, if you're looking for Father's Day ideas, get me a pair of sunglasses from these guys. And tell me, my description will be different than yours. Let's hear your description of what our next teardown candidate sells.
They sell, 80s rad sunglasses. Like you're the bad guy douche in an 80s teen movie and you're skiing. These are what you wear.
Okay, yes, that is perfect. I do not have to offer a description because you nailed it. It's Chubbies for sunglasses or Shinesty for sunglasses. And what's so cool about their site is they have absolutely just taken a deep dive into aesthetics. This site is styled like what operating system?
I believe this is Windows 95. So we're talking about, he didn't say who it was. We're talking about Pit Viper sunglasses.
PitViperSunglasses.com. Load it up and follow along.
Yeah. And also, here, before we get into it, you saw this site, lost your mind, and then it made me reskin your Now page on your personal site to also make it retro. Mm-hmm. So just pimp your kurtelster.com/now, and that is also a cool 80s thing now.
We also have a cool client who this is what he wants to do. He wants a website. He wants his product page for one of his products that is retro themed. It makes sense for this. He wants to have a page template for just that page that makes it retro like an 80s computer terminal, so we'd essentially use a similar or the same style that you wrote for my personal website.
Yeah, so it's cool as hell.
So if you're into as a recovering web designer, the websites that are like really beautiful, high style don't necessarily interest me. They impress me, but I'm not interested in love with them. Like a site like Ugly Drinks is really gorgeous. But sometimes this is too much. It's taking itself too seriously, I think is my personal issue. And that's purely subjective in me. This site is not taking itself seriously, but they have put in as much effort or more as those really well-designed sites. So load up for me, pitvipersunglasses.com. I've got it open on my screen. I'm screen recording it. What do you got?
I got it open too. Yeah.
All right.
And it's Windows 95. It's crazy. They made choices. I think that's what you're into. You're into someone who's like, I'm making a choice and we're going through it.
Yeah. Someone who's decisive and goes, look, this entire website is going to look like Windows 95 and we are committing 100% to that. Also, we're going to use profanity. A bold choice, but I like it. It fits with the theme. Essentially, this is one of those products that you look confident. Everyone, you feel confident because you know you look like an asshole. There's a category of menswear that fits into that area. Pit Viper sunglasses is one of them, and I truly mean that in the best way possible. As these kinds of products appeal to me. I'm not sure what that says about myself.
No comment.
All right, first impressions.
I don't like it.
Pull the dagger from my heart. Why? Why do you not like it?
It's too busy and too weird. I don't like these I would never buy these sunglasses, and I'm kind of just like, it's not about selling. I understand it's about building an aesthetic, but
yes,
I don't know. I'm just like, all right, I get it. You're silly. Okay, bye.
So that's the advantage.
It impresses me on a technical level that they achieved it very much. On a conversion rate level, I am not. I remain unconvinced.
And this is not a client. We don't know them. Hey, I'd love to work with them, but we don't know what those stats are.
Again, I'm sure they make a ton of money, and I'm wrong.
Yeah, they've got. I just noticed they have a Travis Pastrana is one of their sponsored athletes. That's cool. if you're into Nitro Circus was his thing back in the day. Okay, so on this site, it still follows like the typical layout. Like there's the title bar of the Windows window is an announcement bar that says we're still taking precautions and still shipping. Fuck you, COVID-19. All right, bold. But we talked about this. You have to address, are you shipping or not? Because people can't assume it anymore.
This is silly, but if you click the close button on that bar, they took way too much time, and it loads different
phrases,
little taglines and phrases.
What's your say?
The optimal blend of style and whatever, and then it yells at you to stop clicking on the X.
Mine says demand respect and authority, which I believe is their tagline. If I click it again, yeah. All right, I'm trying to get it to yell at me. Quit clicking the X. It's hard to come up with more material. Okay, yeah, you get the idea. The site's very fun. They've got this. Their hero image is this glorious looped background video that's like 10 seconds.
It's not even. It's 3 seconds.
A guy doing slot car racing. It's 3 seconds. It's it works really well. It's clever. And it's got the product on there. Like immediately you know you're in for a ride when you see this thing.
And the weird thing for me is if you view the video, they didn't pull the audio out of it. They just have it muted. But if you look at the video itself, he's yelling. He's really going like, yeah, like out loud.
Oh, I did not realize. Then if you scroll down, they've got a horizontal scroller. And again, the scroll bars have been styled like Windows 95. And then they've got I assume they're bestsellers, and they say, get a load of these. And what's funny, like, you see the second one, the Nightfall polarized double wide, right?
Yeah, the hover state's like a grandma.
The hover state's somebody's grandma. It's great. Oh, it's so fun. And they do this thing where they have in addition to the product title, they give you like a little tagline. It's like the double wides, and that's where they're showing you the style. I wonder if that's like they set that as the vendor. I see a lot of time people do that as a cheat, or maybe it's a meta field.
I think that's kind of in like that's like the collection it's in. Like
okay,
there's like the 2000s is like that collection and that sort of stuff.
Okay, and then as you scroll down, like it's another a featured collection that's apparel that matches. It's all like bike apparel that's really ridiculous. And they got a email sign up form, another featured collection. You see on these sites, it's a lot of these like really powerful sites have very long homepages, and it's a lot of featured collections and then content, like lifestyle content to go with it. And then when you finally get to the bottom, what do we got here? Oh, an Instagram feed that is something else. This thing, woo! Voted 69th best sunglass brand page by your mom. Think you've got something worthy enough for us to throw up on our social media? Go ahead, try us. Okay, maybe trying a little too hard with that one. If you look at the bottom, in the footer link, read the links. I did not catch this last time.
Oh, what, like shitty hats?
Yeah, shittyhats.com. They got a Pen 15 club. ASL, which is their About Us page. So maybe they're going a little too far on some of these things where it's not obvious. Like, I only know that ASL is their About page because you hover over it. But they're 100% committed, and I respect it. So let's go into a collection page. If you hover over that mega menu, mega menu still works, still styled like everything else. And it looks GIFs. Yes, they've got animated GIFs on here. I have not seen that before, an animated GIF in a mega menu.
Well, and the best thing is that they can really like pixelate the hell out of it and stomp on it, and it still fits with the aesthetic.
Oh, good point. Yes, they can. Yeah, the site's very fast. So, which of these glasses do you enjoy, Mr. Rita, when we pick a collection?
All right, let's go to the 2000s. Let's just go to those. See what
all right, we'll head to the 2000s. I remember being like 7 years old and thinking this style sunglasses was so cool, especially if they were mirrored.
I
thought those were so cool.
The absolute top endorser they could get is if they got like an official like Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yes.
Branding.
Yeah. That's a good description.
Like if they had like official Bret Hart ones, that would, I think, really blow it up for them. So
once you're on the collection page, they go 3 wide, really big image. I love when people have really big product photos on the collection page. And to do that, you need 3 columns, and that's it. Makes it easier to see what you're looking at. I think it's the smart way to go. They've got filtering on the left side, and now that I'm really into filter apps for collections, I would kill to know what app runs this. And then the only thing I don't agree with is their choice to use Quick Shop. They're $100 sunglasses. I don't think you're just like going to use Quick Shop to buy them. What's wrong with going to the product page?
Yeah.
If you scroll further down, they do the thing you love. There is featured content in there. Oh,
yeah, they got a little thing popped in there.
But what's smart is in the 3rd row of this collection, which is 5 rows long, is an image of different sunglasses from a different collection, and it says Shop Grand Prix. This is smart. They're doing internal linking between all of the collections. They know you're probably only buying 1 pair of sunglasses. If you just pick a style, go through it, and you're halfway through it and don't see anything you like, well, you're probably not going to make it to the bottom and find something. So they're offering you in the collection the next set. I think that's very clever.
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, I think they have there's like a base form factor they have. Like these are the 2000s form factor, and the only difference is the coloring on like the rims and the lenses. So and like you said, if they went halfway down the page and are realizing they don't like the form factor or they don't like the colorways, it's like, oh, well, maybe if you try these, like maybe you'll like those. They just don't want to lose you.
Yes. And I've not seen anyone do a collection like this, and I think it's really smart. This is like the big takeaway from this.
Major key alert.
All right, so let's click it. I'm going to click Shop Grand Prix.
Well, so will you click on the filter boxes on the left? They're instantaneous.
All right, let me try it. So I only want mirrored glasses. Why would you want anything else? And face width, they've got pretty normal and kind of big. All right, so I'm clicking kind of big and mirror. And boom. All right, it worked. It gave me fewer sunglasses, but yeah, it does appear to be instant.
Yeah, it's like it runs so fast. I'm almost wondering if it's like the other ones are. Oh no, it's actually removing them. I thought it was like maybe they were just like hiding them, like making them like display none. But no, they're actually adding and removing them out of the document, which is crazy.
Do you think that's built into the theme, or that's an app?
I'd have to poke around more.
Okay. Let's head to a product page. Let's go. Which one are you clicking?
The America 2000.
Whoa. Fine choice, sir. All right. The page has loaded. And we've got our product photo. It's a carousel. Clicking on it does nothing. That's not smart. So if I want to zoom, so we know this from Baymard Institute studies, at least a third of people, if not more, when they land on a product page, the absolute first thing they do is zoom in on the photo. So you always want to make sure, like, on hover, it zooms in, or it opens in a light box if I click it. Here, they do neither. But they also have a larger than normal photo.
It's a pretty big image. Like, yes. I don't think you need any more than that.
Yes, and they don't have thumbnails here. But instead of the thumbnails, they have very clear, very obvious, like scroll left, right buttons.
And there's only 3.
Yes.
I mean, you're not scrolling through 100 images.
Yeah. How many photos do I really need for sunglasses? And then when you scroll
more, because they have like the action photos below that, but they're always on and always there, which I think
they've
is a
got
really great choice.
A row of 4 lifestyle photos, action photos, look amazing, fit with the brand, they're fun. And then when you scroll down further, you get to a stats section that says the title is details for nerds.exe, and then it gives you the stats. And this is the stuff that's probably in like a meta field or tags.
Let's get back up. In the product form, all the things they do right. 1, $99 or 4 payments of $24.75 with Afterpay. So they offer the payment plans like we were talking about before. That helps their conversion rate.
Yep.
2, right up there, size chart. You can click on the size chart. It takes you down on the page. You got a big photo of the product.
Oh, look at that.
Gives you the sizing.
You're right. And they list it in Imperial and metric, and they refer to Imperial as America. I am amused. And then at the bottom, check out their featured products. The, like, you may also be interested in is a section called Unrelated Products. And the very first thing it offers me is a Kegel exerciser, and then a UV light, giant wiggle eyes. Can I buy this stuff?
It's links to Amazon. It's just they're
affiliate links.
They're random Amazon products.
They're random Amazon affiliate links. That's diabolical.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. Okay, I've never seen.
I'm offered a fake butt.
I wonder how they populate it. Or if it's just like random unload.
I bet it's like random stupid stuff they found.
They have like a pre-selected list.
Yeah, and it's unrelated products.
That's very cool. In the footer, all their policies have the heading of cranky people stuff. That's where their contact us is. Oh boy.
But let's scroll back up here.
All right.
When you look at that Data for Nerds box, datafornerds.exe.
Got it.
It's got I'm sold, buy now. You got an add to cart button in that box.
Wow.
Then you got good reviews. Scroll down. Hey, this is great, blah, blah, blah. We got a little bit of text content about here. After the text content, add to cart button. I mean,
you're right. There's 3 add to cart buttons on this page.
Mm-hmm.
Smart. And if you click add to cart, this drawer cart opens, and it is sweet. They have, there's a progress bar in here. So my cart is $148 right now. I got 2 pairs of glasses in here. And at the top it says, add $2 to activate free shit. And there's a progress bar that goes along with it. That's smart. And then below it, their cross-sell is literally a little box that says, give us more money, and is advertising a similar pair of sunglasses. Like a different style, but the same color.
All right. Is that an upsell?
Cross-sell.
All right. Well, I have a cross-sell for like a lanyard, I think, that attaches to your sunglasses. An $8 lanyard.
All right. So when I added the cross-sell, now my cart is at $207 in case I've completely lost my mind. And at the top it says, great success. Select your free shit below. And down here it says, select your free shit. And it's a little scroller. I could choose 3 different things. And one of them is a lanyard. So I'm going to add the lanyard. The cross-sell is still there, but it's just showing different glasses. Maybe it's random because it's showing me 3 different ones right now. And then at the bottom it says the checkout button is my favorite label. It's the one that Amazon uses. It says proceed to checkout. And then below that it says you get free US shipping. Booyah. Now the one thing I disagree with is they use a lot of blue text to fit this theme. The problem is blue traditionally means this is a link. They're using it as like a highlight where text in bold is blue and bold. So it makes it look like I could click on it, but I can't.
Yeah, I've been clicking on stuff being like, or hovering over it being like, where does that link go? And it's not a link.
Yeah. So that's a minor issue. I mean, just doing a different color, it wouldn't be quite as bad. And then once we head into the checkout, it's styled, but not like extraordinarily so to match the site. But they have this like nice little custom message in here. Expect delivery delays with all services. Fuck you, COVID-19. USPS priority now 3 to 4 business days. I like they just casually keep saying this.
Well, and that uses like a monospace old computer font there to keep in with the aesthetic.
But if like you're gonna customize the checkout, you could probably make the whole thing that monospace, or at least do like the headings. I think that would be cool.
I would change the colors. Like I would make the colors like really wild.
Yeah, or just a background. I don't know. Maybe the checkout is sacred to even these people.
Yeah, good point.
So, I don't know. But yeah, no, this just for pure ridiculousness, style, and execution, I greatly enjoy the site. It is a ton of fun, and I'm sure was really quite difficult and took someone a lot of work to do. I'd love to know who did it. If somebody knows, reach out. Just so I could say, wow, that was cool.
Yeah, no, it is an achievement. I will give it that.
That's yep, yes it is.